For all things outdoors, listen to the father of two, the Jesus-loving TV show hosting hairy, true-blood American redneck, Ben Cole.
And listen to the outdoor filming, chef cooking, chocolate milk drinking, John Weissmuller. And we are
Rooted Podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Rooted Podcast. Listen, this episode is going to be packed full of amazing stories. Ben shot a giant deer in East Arkansas. He's going to tell you all about that. We're going to talk about the food plots going on here in Tennessee. We're still getting those in as we go, and as the rain comes, we're trying to time that up just right. We've got pictures coming in. We're getting jacked up, ready to go here for the Tennessee opener. And also, I got a little story about my dad finding a deal at a rummage sale. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. But first things first, Ben's got a Bible verse for us.
All right, y'all. This is about being humble. James 4:10. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and He will lift you up. There have been, I say this every time, but I can name a lot of situations where I have not been humble, especially when I was younger. I've learned a lot as I've gotten older, but man, I'm telling you, if you just humble yourself and let God take control and submit to Him and let His will happen instead of us, trying to make our own will, man, life is a whole lot easier. I'll just tell you that.
Absolutely. And even, that's in your lowest of lows, but also to not leave them behind in your highest of highs.
Oh yeah, man, that's the thing is we've got to praise Jesus in the good, the bad, and the in between. All the time, every day, never wavering. It's always going to be the same. So that's just one thing that
Absolutely.
I would say keep in the back of your mind is, despite what you're going through, good or bad, just humble yourself and let God be God and let Him do His thing because He's always got a pretty awesome plan built out for you. Always.
Absolutely. And now, we're talking about the good, the bad, and the in between. The same thing happens in hunting. You can have a really, really bad hunt. Things just go wrong. You could have hunts where you see deer and maybe you just don't see the one you want or they're too far away. But every once in a while, the plan comes together.
Mm-hmm.
The deer reads the script, and you have one of those really good hunts.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding and the pictures that I got, you had one of those really, really awesome hunts. Unfold it, brother. Tell everybody what happened.
I did have one of those really awesome hunts. I really did have an unbelievable hunt. So we were in East Arkansas with a buddy of mine, and dude, I was set up in the spot watching this little, I don't even know what you'd call it. I'll just say the area I was sitting, man, was just loaded with deer. Every direction I looked, there was another deer, another deer, another deer, another deer. So this was my second day of hunting. First day, I saw, good night, probably, I want to say 15 deer, most of them being bucks. One of them, in fact, I let go because I couldn't get a picture text out saying, hey, is this okay with you guys? He's a shooter in my book, but I want to do the right thing. I mean, that's what you do when you go to a buddy's place. You're like, hey, I want to make sure that I'm following suit with what you guys have going on over here. So I couldn't get the text out. I tried, and turns out he was absolutely a shooter. He was a monster buck. He sat at 22 yards for about 15 minutes, just hanging out. I was like, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, though, is I never saw the same buck twice, except for this one deer. I saw him twice. No, I saw him 3 times. And he was little, well, I say little. He's not little. He was a shooter. But he was an 8-point, and he would never come out in enough daylight to shoot. You just barely couldn't see your pins. So he was one of those bucks, super smart. He knew what was up, and he was just, man, very, very tough deer to get. Now with a gun, lights out, over with. As long as you're within your shooting hours and all that stuff. But with a bow, it takes a little bit longer, even after shooting hours sometimes, in the mornings, it takes a little bit longer for that light to keep on coming in before you can really see those pins enough to take a shot. So crazy thing is so we're talking about day one here. I was sitting there and, watching this doe and a couple young bucks, and the doe just starts blowing out of nowhere because another deer about 300 yards behind her started blowing. So she starts blowing. The whole field clears. Everybody starts blowing. I was like, oh, fantastic. That's just what I wanted today. Then I thought, you know what? Deer blow all the time. They still go, they eat, they travel, move from place to place. So I'm just going to hang out here and see what happens. Well, it was a great idea that I did that, because about 30 minutes later, here comes, let's see, the first of the shooters. Big 10, man. Beautiful 10. I mean, he was every bit of 6 years old or older. Definitely the biggest buck I've ever seen on the hoof with a bow in hand. He was, dude, beelined right for our area, hung out, and then he had a little buddy that was almost as big as him, but not quite. He was still a little young. He was like 3, 4 years old, still a little young. And then there was this little forkhorn, man, and a little buttonhead. I got tickled at those two because they kept running the does off. Like they'd pin their ears back and jump at him like, yeah, get some. Just beating them up back and forth. And then, dude, I got to watch.
It's always the young ones.
Oh, it is. Until Big Daddy steps out and is like, hey, boy, man, so I got to watch a doe fight take place. Got up on their back legs and started beating the snot out of each other. I was like, yes, dude, this is awesome. I was like, you tell that Karen. You tell her who's boss.
Yeah. Front row.
Yeah, well, I know the doe that I'm going to shoot during rifle season. She's the one that blew first, so she's got a target on her back for sure. Make some, real savory back straps, tenderloin, burger, all that good stuff for the camp house. Maybe some cube steak. Yeah, we got her on the dial. I know which one I'm on swank if that's the case. Anyway, so I watched the doe fight, all that, and this giant buck, standing there 22 yards, can't get the picture text out. I'm like, dang it, man. So I go back next morning, same deal. The one deer comes out that I've seen the morning before and the afternoon before, but it's once again too dark. Can't see enough. I mean, I could see him with my binoculars. I knew who he was. I knew that it was the exact same buck because he came the exact same path all 3 times. And, the crazy thing is they're still in full blown velvet, like full bore velvet. No hanging off, no none of that. So all of them, like there was not one that was out of velvet. Not one deer was out of velvet yet. And anyway, he comes down, and I guess he just didn't like something. I couldn't tell if he was looking at me or looking through the bottom of the stand I was in. I don't know. Or he could have just been looking past me, whatever. But he just eased on out. I mean, he never spooked or ran or nothing. He just kind of turned and walked off. Later that morning, I saw the usual 6 doe pop out. And I was thinking, man, I'm getting to the point where I might need to shoot a doe to get something to eat. But, it's just like Tennessee. You can't shoot a doe during the velvet hunt. So you got to wait until the actual bow season comes in. So there's nothing you can do about it now anyway. So I watched them and watched a couple other bucks come in and out, and then about 9:30, I look up and all I see is a velvet main beam. I was like, oh, okay. He popped his head out and he's little. I was like, dang it, man. I thought it was about to go down, boy. I thought we was about to hammer on old buck. But, dude, it was him and that little bitty spike again. I mean, dude, he's got nubs that maybe 3 inches. Maybe. And he is a little boss now. He was pushing everybody out of the way. Anyway, they did their thing, fed off, man. I'm sitting there, recording them with my phone and taking pictures of them and on my phone and all that good stuff just for me. And decided, to hop down and go grab some lunch. And shoot my bow, make sure it was all good to go and all that good jazz, and went back. Oh man, it's been a long day. Went back to get ready to get in the stand. You know, did the whole washing my clothes and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Climbed up in the stand, settled in, ate me a Star Crunch. You know, per usual.
Got to do that.
Star Crunch and a bag of original Lay's potato chips. Probably the loudest.
What a combination.
I think I had honey bun too.
There you go.
Can't remember, but anyway, dude, I was sitting there listening, watching. You know, same thing, hot as it can be, sweating. Nothing was happening, and then all of a sudden, it's like a light switch was flipped on at around 6:30. 6:30, here they come. Does from every direction. North, south, east, west, all of them. Here they come. And I was particularly looking for one buck, and he's got a perfect ginormous side, and then the other side is just a very, very small blade almost with just a couple of points on it. So that was my target buck, actually. But he never showed. It was kind of weird. I never saw him at all. Saw every other buck and bucks that weren't even on the camera during that hunt. Like the one I actually shot was not on camera at all. He just magically appeared. So I'm watching these deer, watching these young deer, and then my dang monitor for my camera falls out of my backpack and hits the floor. No. It was my chair. I kind of leaned back in my chair like this, and it went ting. I was like, oh, awesome. That's fantastic. That's what you want. Echo through the whole woods, man.
Lovely.
I was like, good night of living. This just goes to show you when the good Lord wants something to happen for you, he's going to make it happen. I turned and looked, and I see a set of antlers in the woods, and I was like, oh, alrighty then. Well,
nice.
Who are you? And it's really dense. So it's all the vegetation, man, is just super, super dense. So I could literally only see like an antler moving, and that's all I could see. I couldn't see tine length. I couldn't see body. I couldn't see none of that. The first one comes out. He's about a 3-year-old, 8-point, beautiful, tall, high and tight, man. Really nice deer. And I was watching him for a minute and just glanced up, and I see Megadon stepping through. I was like, oh, okay. I see you, big dog. He sticks his head out and looks, and then he steps out, and I saw his body. I was like, that's a shooter right there, boys. So I took a picture of him. He was at 24 yards. Took a picture of him and sent it to my boys. And there's like, yeah, man, green light. It's like, that's all I needed to know. You know the drill, man. Swank! Whap! Right through both lungs, straight pass through. You know how your boy gets. I jumped up. Woo! Yeah! Pulled my shoulder blade muscle again. Just jacked out of my mind, dude. You know how I get. I get so excited, man. I just can't help myself. So, dude, I left all kind of stuff over there, and I'll have to go back and get it. But anyway, man, it was exhilarating, dude. So I went and started tracking and found my arrow first covered in beautiful lung blood. I was like, oh yeah, we double lung this rascal. He didn't go 50 yards. And started looking, blood here, blood there, blood here, blood here, boom, 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 boom. The blood trail got thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. And I looked up and I saw a depression in the grass. I was like, that's probably him. And I looked to make sure like he wasn't breathing or nothing. I was like, oh, baby. He went 50 yards. And, dude, I was so jacked up on adrenaline. I grabbed his antlers in one hand, my bow in the other hand. I just took off walking. I mean, dude, this deer was no scab of buck, man. He was heavy built. He was dense. Yeah. And I get about halfway out the trail, and I'm like, I was like, boy, I'm out of shape. I need to get off the Coca-Colas and the Little Debbies, you know?
Yeah, buddy. There's nothing like the first deer of the season that'll teach you you're out of shape real quick.
Oh my gosh, man. So I sent the boys a text, said he did. And they were like, oh man, everybody's pumped, just jacked about it. And finished dragging him out. I went and set my bow down first so I could grab with both hands and walk backwards. That was the smartest idea I had all day.
Nice.
Got him out to the field and was just, goofing off. Took a couple photos for myself. Went and got the truck and decided to load this rascal by myself. There was help. There could have been. But I was, that guy. I couldn't help it. I just wanted to get him on in there. So I did. I've got a hack for you folks out there. If you're ever loading a big deer up or doe or whatever into the bed of your truck, here's what you do. You take a ratchet strap or a rope or whatever, wrap it around the antlers, cinch it tight. Pick them up as high as you can, and then wrap it around the toe strap hook in the bed of your truck and tie it off. Then you climb up in the bed, grab them antlers, and just start walking backwards. And he'll come on up in there. There's your tip for the day, the week. If you have to do it by yourself, that's the way I always do it. Man, it was awesome, though. Exhilarating. Absolutely exhilarating, John. That was my biggest buck to date with a bow. We're waiting to confirm the age from the jawbone. The jawbone is on the way. I took that dude to the taxidermy immediately. I mean, immediately.
Heck yeah.
So if we getting the shoulder mount of him, getting that meat done up, we're going to have some awesome deer chili coming soon. Man, it's just been a wonderful start to the deer season. First deer in Velvet, first deer in Arkansas. So it was a lot of firsts all at once, Want to give a big thanks to my buddies that had me over there. Man, those are some great dudes. Really, really, really appreciate them a whole lot. But enough about me and my deer, John. What about your story of your dad? Like, I've got to hear this because there's always some kind of funny story that comes from your dad.
Buddy, there always is. But listen, I promise I'll get into that. I just need to ask you something before I forget.
Oh yeah.
Kind of deep, diving in here. Whenever you shoot a deer, whether you know it's the perfect shot or it's not, what is your rule of thumb on giving the deer time? Is there a certain time that you give it? Is it all just kind of dependent on what you see or don't see?
Well, it also depends on the time of the year. So right now, with it being hot, you want to get them as soon as possible. If he's still alive, that's fine, but you don't want that meat and that velvet to sit out there in the heat. That's why I kind of went hastily to retrieve that deer. Now, if it's 40 degrees outside, he's fine. It's just let him sit for a little while and then go find him. But man, I couldn't help myself. I had to go because I thought, it's hot. I don't want the meat to spoil because we ran out of meat. My freezer went out, so we ran out. And that may have been foolish on my part, but there ain't no way that I was about to lose all that meat. Ain't no way. No way in the world. So I had a good feeling, though, when I picked up that arrow and it was slick from broadhead to fletching with red, beautiful, bubbly blood.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this dude didn't go far. I already know that because I hit him with a 2-inch cut on the Grim Reaper there. And, dude, that blood trail was unbelievable. I mean, the entry wound on that deer was about yay big, kind of at an angle, though. Broke off one of the blades. But I'm telling you right now, man, when I saw that arrow hit, I was like, yep, that's dead deer. I knew immediately that was dead deer.
Well, and there's a distinct sound that a on target arrow makes with a deer. It's like if you dropped a piece of plywood on some concrete. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty like it's like, yep, I got him.
Yep. It was almost slow motion watching that arrow fly through the air and schwank. And
it's pretty awesome to watch it.
Dude, it is. It absolutely is. There was just something about seeing that thing just blast right through him so fast. Man, he didn't even know what hit him. Like, it was just done. Over. Game, set,
Gotta
match.
love it.
But
I was just kind of curious
yeah,
what your thoughts were there, just because it was everybody has something different, and like you said, if it's a little cooler, maybe give it 20 minutes, but if it's 70, 80, 90, you may want to kind of pick up the pace as you
yeah,
did.
you got a boogie, man. If it's hot, you want to get that deer and get that meat on ice as soon as possible. And if you're like me and never killed a velvet buck, that's just an added bonus. The meat's what we're after, but that is an added bonus, and you do not want that to spoil. So we did all the precautions we needed to do, and got that baby in the freezer as fast as possible, and the meat too. The meat was the first thing in
There
the
you
fridge,
go.
and then we worried about the rest later. But man, I'm so excited to finally have deer meat back at the house. Oh man, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
But
Man, it is delicious stuff. It's
uh,
OG organic for sure.
oh yeah, it's the most organic meat you can get. Anything that God made like that, wild animals, that is what they were made for. They have been untouched by humans. That's what they were
Yep.
made for us to eat and consume. So, like I'd said, I mean, depending on the heat, and you really don't want to bump a deer at all.
No,
So,
because as I've been on both sides of that.
yeah, me too. So sometimes it's better to even wait an hour. If you're unsure about your shot, you might as well just take your arrow and drop it, stick it in the dirt right where the blood is, where the trail starts. Just back out, go back to camp for an hour or two, if it's cold, and let it be what it is. But, there are times when you're just going to have to let them sit overnight. I have had that happen before too. So your best bet is, if you're not 100% solid on the shot, just back out. That is the rule of thumb. And, if you're filming it or whatever, you can go back and rewatch the footage and see what the shot
Hmm.
was, where it was, and that can really help you determine, okay, I need to go get that deer now, or I might need to wait a little while. And because you in the heat, man, they can all kind of nasty stuff can happen real fast with an open wound. So we want to try to get them recovered and taken care of as soon as possible.
And there you go. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much have the same rule of thumb there. I just was curious because I've when I was really young, I was actually the first deer I ever shot. And I had no idea about any of this. I just thought you shot it and then went and got it. I bumped
Yeah.
that deer for like 4 hours. So I
Yep.
mean, I just had no idea. And then I've had the opposite where like I shoot it and I literally watch it fall, and I'm like, oh, cool, there it is.
Yeah.
So
Bring the
so
trucks,
yeah, man,
boys. Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Situations are situational, but
Hey, that's a good
speaking of
phrase.
situations,
I like that.
my
Situations are
yeah,
situational. That's good. Good job. That's
absolutely, man.
awesome, dude.
That's what they are.
That's a
But
thinker.
speaking of situations, my dad
Mm-hmm.
and his situation of finding this dude, I mean, I don't know how, but if there's a sale, he'll sniff it out and find it, boy. I mean, golly bum. So there's, so I live in the Bible Belt, and there's tons of churches. And like most churches, there was a rummage sale going on. Okay. Still is going on. So he volunteered at the rummage sale with the church to kind of set it up. People bring in stuff, and he like puts prices on things and puts stuff on the shelf, and just kind of gets it ready for the sale to start. Well, if you help set up, then you get to shop first. And so he was like, well, that's just an added bonus. Awesome. So he's literally putting stuff away, and he comes across a couple things like an ironing board. He came across a fly fishing pole for my brother, and then he came across this awesome muddy single man ladder stand. And dude, and it's not just a crappy stand. This thing is like one of the ones that's got like the double, not like a double ladder, but it's like reinforced almost, and it goes up to like I think it's rated for like I don't know, like 400 pounds or something like that. I mean,
Oh,
it's a
my
big
kind.
old nice. Yeah, exactly. Mine too. It's got the nice seat, and it's even got a blind kit with it. I mean, this
What?
thing's like a $200 or $300 stand. He
Mm.
bought that rascal. I don't even think he paid $100 for it.
Oh my gosh.
Brand new in the box. This thing ain't even been opened yet. No, it's not like, someone hunted out of it for 10 years, like brand spanking new and everything. Because, and it's funny, you talk about how whenever you need it, the Lord will provide in some form or fashion, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you need it, he's there. And well, we got this farm that we've been talking about, that we got permission to hunt, and we needed some tree stands. I have, I think a lock on or two, but we needed a ladder stand. It's better for my dad and everything, and whatever. We wanted a couple more ladder stands.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, which ones do we want? I don't know. Let's kind of think about it. And lo and behold, he's, there he is, volunteering at the church rummage sale. And here comes this brand spanking new, double reinforced. I don't even know if that's what you call it, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Muddy tree stand with a blind and everything. I mean, you can't beat that kind of stuff. I mean, that dude just finds every sort of deal, man. If there's something to be found, that guy's gonna find it, dude. He don't pay full price for nothing, dude. Nothing.
Your dad is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love his stories. I love being around him, and good night every time I'm around. I eat until I can't talk or move or anything. I just gotta lay there and just give it up.
Exactly.
Just go to bed.
Yep. I mean, but he has got all sorts of stories like that, dude. Just it's just another one. So, look, if you're trying to find some good hunting gear, check out rummage sales, yard sales, garage sales. I'm all about it, dude. Listen, stuff's expensive out there in the world. I mean, I totally get it. It is rough out there right now. And if you can find you something on the cheap, why not? So I guarantee you this. I'm going to put that stand up. I'm going to put a lock on right next to it. That way we can film. And I would guarantee you a deer. I don't care if it's a doe, a 6-point, the biggest deer of my life, something is dying out of that stand. I'm just right here to tell you.
Oh, yeah. We're going to make sure that happens, bub. We're going to get in there and we're going to get after them. And you're going to take a bow. I'm going to take a bow, hang them up in the tree with us. And whoever shoots first, awesome. We just switch roles right there in the stand.
Yep.
Call her good.
It's going to be great.
Because
look, when the farmer says kill all the deer, you don't ask questions. You just do what the farmer tells you to do.
Yeah. Hey, that's all you can do is do what the farmer asks you to do, man. And, after looking at that farm, buddy, I think we got something good going on there. I really do. I think that's going to be a pretty darn good farm for a long time. Especially if we
and
get
that's the best part
ground.
about it. Exactly. It's like you already have a great look at it because of that HuntWise app, and I'm not just sitting here talking crap because we're buddies with HuntWise. It's like, dude, I'm telling you, that app is a freaking game changer. I'm not just talking, just to talk. That thing, I mean, all the different, I guess you could say, attributes that come with that app. Yeah. All the different programs, whatever you want to call it, features, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Buddy, I'm telling you, that thing, game changer. Obviously, boots on the ground is ultimately what you're going to need to do, but that HuntWise takes a lot of the kind of groundwork out of it. You can kind of go, let's stay away from this. Oh, I really want to hit this. And it gives you at least a good starting point, which is what it's done for us at this farm.
Well, one thing I like about the HuntWise app is that you can use that new layer called LiDAR, and it strips everything off. And all it is the terrain. Just the raw terrain as it is 3D looking.
Nice.
Which is so important to know that, especially in the hills where we are. You can see where the ridges meet into the fields, where the deer go and come. Dude, it's just a game changer. And I have to tell you something, buddy. That new farm is flat as a pancake. So I'm excited about that. I love flat because them hills, boy, they start wearing on an old heavy set, boy, after a while.
Well, look, flat is for fat, a.k.a. me, because I'm fat.
And me.
I like the flat. Now, listen, I'm all about going out west one day in life and doing all that. And even the hills here in East Tennessee, they're no joke. I'm not saying it's, the same as Colorado. I'm just saying there are some showing up hollers here. Okay. And they're no joke. That's all I'm saying. And buddy, they will teach you real quick that you're out of shape, let alone if you shoot a deer and the deer goes down in there. Oh Lord. Oh
Lord.
I'm not meant for that.
No, me neither. We get the four-wheeler down there as far as we can. and
get a winch and start going.
It up. We'll walk down it with a long rope wrapped around them antlers and hook it around that winch and just start yanking her up. And then we'll turn the side by side around and hook that rope to the ball.
And go.
See you later, baby.
All day long. If there's a way, buddy, we're figuring it out.
At least till we can get to the top of the hill, and then we can load it up. That's like, boy,
exactly.
My dragging days down them hollers are over. Or I'll try to figure out, all right, if I walk about 500 yards this way, I'll hit a road. All right, cool. So I need to drive my side by side around, come back up that road, and then get in that little gully there, and that deer will be somewhere up in there. Go get him.
Yep. Exactly. There's always a way to figure it out.
Oh, there is, man. You can use your HuntWise app too to mark down game. So that way, when you do go get the buggy, you don't forget where your critter is. You can go back and get them.
Exactly.
Really good. Really
Gotta
good.
love it.
Take the guesswork out, big dog.
Absolutely. So, really quick here before we end this thing. It doesn't have to be quick. We can talk about it as long as we want. But you also sent me a picture here of a beautiful food plot that you just got planted down there at the ranch. What are you planting now? What's kind of going through your head as far as what you're wanting to plant? What's your game plan? What are you wanting out of those plots come, October, November, and even later in the late season going into December?
I want tonnage. As much tonnage, fat, protein, fiber, carbs as I can get, because those bucks are about to be running, chasing does all over the countryside. And we need to make sure that they have enough grub to come back and refuel and not run themselves in the dirt. So I'm doing brassicas, turnips, the Daikon radish, winter peas, tubers, bulbs. I'm doing wheat, oats, cereal rye, and clover. I mean, man, it's a smorgasbord of seed, but what that's going to create is the perfect browse location for these bucks and does that have been running. They know where to come back and find the spot. They know where to settle in for the evening, and and the thing is too, man, when it gets real cold, the rut starts winding down, they have to have food or they are not going to make it very well through the winter. So that's what we're trying to do, is provide them with everything they need to survive the winter, because I hope it's a cold one. I really do, boy. These mild winters, 70 degrees, I'm out. I'm tired of a 70-degree winter. Give me snow. Give me cold.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want it to be cold. I'm fat. Heat don't work with me. I'm fat, and when I walk, I sweat.
Exactly. And then the worst part is whenever you walk and sweat, and then it's cold, and now you're just wet and cold. It's god awful.
And you stink. If you're like me, you start sweating, boy. Ooh, you start stinking.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't care how much stuff you put on you. It ain't doing much.
No, man. It's like old rank buck walking through there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
yeah, man. I mean, my old food plots are coming in good. It's popping up awesome. The rain we just had is really helping, and the deer are in there. So it's just a matter of time. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I actually got a buddy I'm going to try to take out. Hopefully opening day, maybe even that Sunday. And he hasn't killed a deer in 30 years or so. And
nice.
we got introduced to each other, and he's really excited to get back into it. We've been shooting our bows and all that kind of thing. And I think that's really important. We always talk about bring someone new into hunting, which is amazing and it's super important. But, you know, it's also important to bring people back into hunting that maybe did it when they were younger, and life happens, careers happen, marriage happens, kids, and it's just not on the top of their priority list. But then whenever you reintroduce it, they're like, man, this is so cool. I remember this. Why didn't I stick with this? I want to get back into it.
Yeah.
Take those people. It's so beneficial to everybody, and we really need to kind of do that more often. And whenever the opportunity presents itself, I mean, why not?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I think that's an awesome thing that you're doing. I will be rooting for y'all over in Middle Tennessee, waiting on a pitcher to come through. Kill them, kill them, kill them.
Yeah.
Eat deer.
Let me
It's
be
what's for
very
dinner.
clear. Exactly. Let me be clear. This boy, his name's, I don't know if I call him K Dog. I'll try to get permission to say his name if he wants it said or not. But
there you go.
Me and OK Dog are gonna go out there, and he has the green light on any deer. If it's brown, it's down. And you may be like, why would you shoot that little spot? Because it makes K Dog happy and he likes meat and he's excited. Who am I to tell K Dog that he can't shoot a deer? Yeah. That's ridiculous. He's happy. Let him shoot it.
Let him do
I don't care.
Let him get after
And if he wants to, fine. If he wants to shoot the biggest buck, cool.
Yeah.
A doe, cool. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, it's time.
As long as he's having fun. And buddy, listen, we're gonna eat now. He's excited. That's the one thing he told me. He said, I miss deer meat. And I said, well, we can fix that.
Oh yeah, we sure can. We can fix it, boys and girls. We can fix it. So, you know, man, one thing I'll say too, to kind of wrap this all up, is if you kill an excess of deer, like not above the limit, I'm saying like that you cannot eat.
No, yeah.
There is a great program called Hunters for the Hungry in the state of Tennessee. Donate your deer, man. Feed folks. Give them the deer. It's a great program, and it feeds a lot of hungry people. Donate Hunters to the Hungry. Give them some deer. I'm going to try to this year.
And there you go. It's a great thing to do. So, Ben, I think I've told all the stories and all the saving deals and everything else, all my kind of plans going into the deer season here that I want to talk about. So I think I'm done jabbing for now until next time.
Me too. All right, folks. Look, don't forget, check out our website. Go to our shop. You can get all things Rooted Podcast, Rooted Television, shirts, hats, hoodies, sweatpants. Yeah, that's right. We got them. John loves them. Got to get them
all day long.
And if you want to donate and sponsor this show, there is a link at the description. Help us out. Keep us going. Thank you guys so much for watching. With that, the Redneck is out.
See y'all.
For all things Rooted Podcast and Rooted Television, and I mean hats, shirts, hoodies, and other merch, check out our friends at CH Lone Star Pro and the link that is in our description.